Greetings Internet, and welcome to another Top 5! Recently, we were told about a brand new Zygarde and a new Greninja. Since then, I've been thinking a lot about Zygarde and the now very likely case where Pokemon Z is a real thing. Generation 6 changed the world of Pokemon forever. We got Greninja, the best looking graphics we've ever had, Greninja, an entire new region, Greninja, Mega Evolution, Greninja, a new type. Did I mention Greninja? Technically, we did get Delphox as well, but honestly, the only thing perfect is Cell. Which brings us back to Zygarde. I mean, perfect Zygarde is perfect Cell. Generation 6 is the generation of Dragon Ball in Pokemon. So where am I going with all of this? Well, the next Pokemon game, of course, the wildly rumored Pokemon Z. Will it be a sequel like Black and White 2? Or will it be more like Crystal and Emerald? I'm not sure, but these are 5 things I hope we can get from Pokemon Z. Ever since Generation 6 started, we were introduced to Mega Evolutions, and got a lot to go with it. But is there such thing as too many Megas? No. The answer is no. There are still so many Pokemon that could have Megas, like Typhlosion for example. Mega Evolution is one of the staples for Generation 6, so it's only natural that every game has new Megas. However, I think for this one, we should stay out of Hoenn. I think they've got enough Megas. Alright, well maybe give us Mega Flygon. I hear a lot of people wanted that. But how about we show Johto some Mega Evolution love, or even Unova? I just hope the right Pokemon get Megas, not Pokemon like Audino. Please, 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 please give Unova some more Megas so that Audino's not the only one anymore. I could turn this section into a top 10 Pokemon I want to Mega Evolve, but that's a list I plan on doing on its own, so for now, all I have to say is for the next game, I want more Megas. Along with all the new Zygarde hype, we got a new Greninja form. It's stated that this is Ash Greninja, and in fact, not a Mega Evolution. It's when the bond between Ash and his Greninja reaches its peak, and Greninja takes on characteristics of Ash. Cerebi goes on to say that this only happened one other time in 3,000 years. Sound familiar? Sounds to me like AZ and his Floette were the last ones. So how do we put this in the game? Well, with you, of course, and you there in the back, and you with the beard, and you, madam, and me. So hear me out on this one. As we go through the game, naturally, our bond grows stronger with our starter Pokemon. So, at the peak of the story, which most likely would be against Perfect Zygarde, our bond would reach its peak, and our starter would take on our characteristics. Why is this so awesome? Generation 6 also introduced character customization, so the starter would be different for everyone. Also, notice I'm saying the starters, and not just Greninja. I believe they should do this for Chestnut, and yes, even Delphox as well. Generation 6 is usually avoided for Megas, because the Pokemon are still new themselves. So, since this is not Mega Evolution, it's the perfect way to give the Kalos starters their own awesome theme, which in my opinion, is even better than Mega Evolution. If this happens, in the next Pokemon games, I will never stop playing them. The thought of having a Swaggle Greninja is too amazing to pass up. Please, Game Freak, you've already set this up, so just do it! While X and Y gave us a lot of customization, it was kinda limited at the same time. You could only buy certain items on certain days, and you had to go to different cities to get a lot of the items. I don't mind traveling the region to buy clothes, but I'd like more once I get there. I know this would make the character-based starter harder to make, but I love customization. Maybe expand it, customize our own Pokeballs, our bikes, and even our Pokedexes. Truly make the character feel like it's us. Give us more accessories like glasses and jewelry. Let us take the damn hat off if we want to. Allow us to put our Megastone where we want it. We've seen plenty of examples of where a Megastone can be, glasses, pendants, anklets, but we always have to have the Mega Bracelet. There's plenty of potential to be had to make the character look like us. I know we're technically a kid, but I'd also love to put a badass beard on my character. Is that weird? No, of course it's not weird. Beards are awesome. Remember that episode of Dexter's Lab? No? We'll go find it because it shows how awesome a beard is. I'm getting off topic. To wrap it up, I want my character to look awesome and badass combined. Awdass. Yeah, I want my character to look awdass. Team Flare is my favorite team from any game, and Lysander is my favorite team leader. I just loved their story. Lysander truly felt what he was doing was for the best, and was willing to do whatever it took to make it so, even if it meant that Pokemon themselves would no longer exist, which greatly hurt him. In the end of X and Y, it's assumed that Lysander is dead. But what if he survived? What if he came back, stronger than ever? This time, they go after both Xerneas and Yveltal, so that Team Flare controls the balance of life and death itself, which in turn would make Zygarde come out of hiding, which would be Lysander's plan all along to control perfect Zygarde. Oh man, I get chills just thinking about it. It has the potential to be the best story yet. Forget the ultimate weapon, Lysander could become a god who controls life itself, and it would be up to us to stop him. Hell, we could even see an awesome battle between Lysander and Sycamore. I get more excited the more I think about this. I want Pokemon Z to be a sequel with an amazing story to go with what appears to be an awesome Pokemon in Zygarde. Just the forms alone has made Zygarde one of my new favorite legends, so to get a story as epic as Zygarde would only be fitting for the next game. All of the other things on this list won't even be possible if Pokemon Z is not actually even a thing. On top of this new Zygarde stuff, we also got the news of Pokemon Go, which looks absolutely amazing and I'm totally looking forward to that, but where does that leave us with our next Pokemon game? At this time at least, Pokemon Z has not been officially announced. Everyone's just assuming that it will be because of all the Zygarde stuff. So I hope that it's a thing, and even if none of the other things on this list actually happen, I hope Pokemon Z continues the trend that Generation 6 has set. X, Y, and Oris have all been amazing additions to the world of Pokemon, giving us so many things, and Pokemon Z would only expand the Pokemon world even more, reaching greater heights and continuing to be the great game that so many of us love. Anyone from 6 to 27 and higher love Pokemon, and that includes me. I cannot wait for the next main Pokemon game, so no matter what the game is, I hope that Pokemon Z happens. And if it is, I cannot wait to do more videos on it and get hyped for my next Pokemon adventure. So there you go, my top 5 hopes for Pokemon Z. I really do believe it will happen. I can't imagine Game Freak would do all of this for Zygarde and then not give him his own game, but you never know. I do know that if it is a thing, I'll definitely be doing plenty more videos on it. So if you enjoyed this video, then poke that like button for me. And while you're at it, poke that subscribe button too if you're new to the channel, so that if and or when Pokemon Z is officially announced, we can talk about it together. Also, while you're here, let me know what your hopes for Pokemon Z are in the comments below. Once you're done with that, why not check out some of my other videos? We got top 10s, let's plays, and plenty more coming almost every day. Thank you all once again for checking out the video, but until next time guys, I'll see you then.